Hello and welcome back to Factorio Space Exploration and Krastorio 2. Today we'll be looking at stone processing because that's one of the main issues with the factory right now. Speaking of stone, we did not actually make sure we sent some stone to orbit. And that's a problem. Also, we didn't hook this up. Yeah, we should probably stop that immediately. This is gonna be stone. This is gonna be stone. I have a little bit of stone still, but not much. So we're gonna make sure that we have that. Or are we sending it... Wait. No, we're not sending it here, right? Wait, there is one here. I was sure that there was a problem with that. What's the problem with this then? Okay, no, that is working. Oh, this just doesn't have enough bots. Right. Interesting. But we have loaded those up, so okay. I was sure that there was a bigger issue with that, to be honest. Let's take these. Put them there. Yeah, we also want to read these signals. So this is logistics bots, right? Let's say we want 200 up here for now. And then we'll do... This is construction bots. This is logistics bots. And that hopefully is gonna fix itself, yeah? Let's make sure we move these construction bots over here. So that they're actually stationed over here. Because I don't want to fill this up. So that should be fine. Okay, so we need to take a look at stone processing. We need to take a look at stone processing because this here, quartz, for example, into silicon is not working. This here consumes a ton of sand right now. We can make a belt out of 2k sand, which isn't exactly great. We're gonna cut off the supply here. And then we're gonna wait a little bit and see. I also kind of want to do this. This could actually use... Wait, what? Okay, yeah, they are chewing through that still. So this can genuinely be benefited by a couple of prod modules here. We can also take one of these. Plop that down here, probably. Just gonna put that there, so we have a connection coming from there. Okay, and this is now looking like this is resource-starved AF. So we're gonna be removing all of this good stuff. And we're gonna take a look at, well, this, I think. Without, can I do this? And this, please. Okay. We'll take this. We can situate this exactly the same. Let's put it there. Let's put this one up here. This then needs to move a little bit. Which is kind of fine. We're looking to make glass here. And we're looking to make silicon. We could probably make this with vulcanite blocks at this point. That's quite effective. It doubles our yield of silicon. This has dropped to 0. Why? This is not full. You are struggling to get stuff from Ogun, aren't you? Because of explosives. Why are you struggling with explosives? You are struggling because this is struggling, and this is struggling because this is struggling. This is struggling just because of reasons. I can move that. Okay, you know what? While we do this, I'm gonna go and see if we can band-aid this here. Okay, that's now band-aided. Great. I'm gonna band-aid this by adding a thing here. We're gonna band-aid this by adding these. So these have been doing roughly 26 or so per minute. This is now doing a bit more, but let's see what we get when we put the prod modules in here. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's not gonna be that great. And we are now struggling with this because we're struggling with really? Oh yeah, because we destroyed all of that. So we are now not getting any of this. Okay. Smart. Very smart. Well, this should be able to fill this up, right? Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's take this. Put that there. Put this here. Just go in there. That's gonna be fine. Okay. So we can put silicon in there. We can put quartz in here. We can put sand in here. Cool. And we have a thing in the way. That's fine. I'm just gonna move that. I am spicy like that. Gonna move that. Do this. We'll probably need to upgrade these as well. To be honest. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to fill this build with just one red belt. Let's take a look at silicon. We were stuck at around 880 per minute. This is way more. Glass, around 600 per minute. This should now be able to cap this completely. I mean, this should also be able to cap this completely. Which is great. Eventually, this is gonna find its way down here, and we'll make something out of that as well, I think. It would be nice. To do this, I think. Oh, this is both glass and silicon. But silicon is making its way here now, so that should be fixed soon. How are we doing on power? We're reaching that 400. So 2 of these should be running now. 2 of these should be running now. And it looks like this is able to feed it. Which is very, very, very important. That's really eating away at that. Let's do this. Just to make sure that there is no way that we are missing this in any way, shape, or form. And that this is indeed producing at maximum speed. Which I like very much. So we'll have a couple of these modules going up here. That's fine. Okay. Let's go take a look here again at silicon, sand, and quartz. This is doing pretty well. But we have now reached a point where we are spending everything. Everything that we're making. So instead of 180 per minute, we're making about 400. Which is still a pretty good improvement. I'm a little bit concerned here. I think I'm gonna drag another stone belt here. Just to make sure that sand is very, very saturated. So we're just gonna take this out. We'll do that. We're just gonna drag this in parallel. Very, very slowly. Not really preferable to do it this way. Okay, that actually annoys me. Let's do that. That's fine. This here kind of pisses me off as well. We'll do that, and we'll do this. And we'll do that. Crash unrequested. So this is just going to make sure that we have some extra stone here for the first machine, so that can run full time. I could even do this, to be honest. That's not a bad idea. This should be wiggling its way here now, yeah? This is draining fast right now. Okay. Lithium is not doing anything. We're gonna have to take a look at that mining spot as well. Some entities are being damaged. Okay. Is that the internal buffer? That's 1K. I guess it is. Petroleum, light oil, and heavy oil are looking absolutely mega fine after we did this change. This is not. That's probably suffering from the same issue that this is, which is lack of these. 32. We were doing 26 before, I think. I am very, very inclined to make a small change over there as well. Do that. We'll take this. Output it there. You're gonna steal from that belt. Gonna have you two join down here instead. Then go up. Then the coal belt is gonna skip that entirely. Now we might need to take a look at glass. That's coming this way. Is this not a full belt anymore? It should be. Really. It's when we take glass from the passive provider chest, I think. Let's make sure this is actually saturated. Well, let's make sure it goes in the correct direction first. And that's the glass that goes here then. There we go. So this glass does go in here. And it fills up this thing. And you should theoretically be able to get a bit more from this. Low density structure. So, well, we have improved it a little bit. But holy shit, that's not a lot. We have 8 modules left. This should be able to make 48. But the reality is, these are unable to produce all the time. You guys are also eating a ton of glass. So the reality of this is, we need more than a 900 belt of glass right now. Okay, let's see if we can make that happen. I'm gonna send a couple of upgrades here. Just gonna have to wiggle our way through here. Let's see what we can do. Okay. So far, so good. And navigating this spaghetti stuff is getting complicated. So what I think we do is we go down to the red splitter here, and then we leave it at that. Okay, that looks like it's moving correct speed, yeah? So we're not making a lot more. We are not satisfied with this. I'll be honest. This is just a belt of sand that goes in here. How much are we making here right now? So we can pull 3 belts out of this, basically. I think that's what we need to be doing. This is 1 belt. Okay. Let's make sense of this mess. So we're gonna take 1 out here. We're gonna make sure that landfill and concrete gets their sand first. After that, where the hell does this sand go anyway? Is this used for something? This is for the... Oh, this is for rare metal mining. Right. So after that, you can make sure that rare metal mining is getting their stuff. Okay, so far so good. We'll upgrade these. Now, obviously, this is gonna eat a lot of stone, potentially. We can still do that. Then we'll send this down here. This is not needed. This belt... Okay, this kind of sucks. I'll swap those around. Okay. Whoops. Let's get rid of this. Oh, this splitter is mega useless here, but oh, fuck. Let's not put sand there. We threw that into the disposable can, I guess. Okay. Let's take a few moments to look and see how this works. Okay, I mean, it's looking pretty good. But the result is not as much glass as I thought. Okay, yeah, okay, it is the amount of glass that it's supposed to be making, though. To be fair, we can do this. I think this is gonna fill that up pretty well. And now suddenly half a belt of copper is not enough for this. So this is advertised as 44.64. Low density structure. Well, we're not getting exactly that, but we're still getting 10 more than we were before. Oof. Wow, that's not a lot of those. Do they have a longer crafting time or what? 30 seconds? Okay, yeah, they do. So prioritizing these for a speed upgrade would be a good idea, although we don't have enough red circuits for that. So we're barely getting any blue. No. I mean, circuit production is something we should be taking a look at too. At least we have solved glass to the extent that... I was gonna say that this looks fixed, but it doesn't look fixed. So we are not getting enough of those. Okay, we need to definitely take a look at copper there to make sure that that comes in fully. And I think we're looking at a belt upgrade again. Okay, so here, this, this, that. Okay, this is another spaghetti thing that we have very proudly built here. This is already red belt. Oh my god. Let's make sure that this is a full red belt coming in. And it should be a full red belt coming in from there now. Which means that this is probably making the advertised 45 roughly that we're looking for. And it goes up and down, but I'm assuming that's just the cycling of the inserters and everything. I think we'll have to live with that. So why are we not researching anything right now, even though this should be fairly automated at this point? We're lacking production science. I think I made a mistake here. Yes, I have made a mistake here. This is gonna be only production science pack. This here is gonna be only junk data card. And this is gonna be one of these. Please pick that up. Okay, so I made a mistake with that. Interesting. Well, that also kind of sucks. do have a couple of accumulators. I'm worried about power draw here, I'm not gonna lie. I want to make sure we have some kind of buffer here. Even though I know that this is not gonna be super very useful at all. Okay. Did I put those in here? Yes, I did. So they will be sending this kinda soon, TM. So we did reactivate this thing, yeah? We did. Surprised this didn't send last time. But I'm assuming the cargo section's just now finished because there's only a couple of them there. We're back to doing research. Perfect. So this looks a bit better now. And this also looks a little bit better. But I mean, it's not perfect. Ideally, we'd like probably a bit higher productivity on those. But because of circuits, we don't have much of that. We'd really need to rebuild red circuits from how it is now. I'm getting a stupid idea. Getting a really stupid idea. Okay. So far, kinda so good. I'm not liking this particularly, but... well, I think we do this instead. That's not good. That is not good. Let's see if we can make this work here first. I think we do that. How much do you actually need? You don't need that much, I'll be honest. You can probably do away with that. Right? Problem is, putting this here doesn't actually help us that much. Oh, well, it does. Okay, we'll just do this. And then we'll move this and that. And be like, whatever, dude. That should be absolutely fine. And this is probably gonna give us the red circuit boost that we need badly right now. A little bit sad I'm adding to the spaghetti that we already have, but I mean, what can you do right now? We badly, very badly need this. Green circuits are gonna be a problem now. And these probably also need modules, really. Right now we are able to make 933. Wait, let me do what I did the other time. Gonna take a juicy little screenshot here with my phone. And let's take a look at adding something there. There. That's very unfortunate, but that has to go. So we'll see here what actually needs upgrading in terms of power. Okay, so far so good. And then we'll take these. We'll put this in here. Oh, we actually didn't do those. Very interesting. Let's see if we can get this down as well. You know, this here ain't gonna work that well. We don't have an output that matches the input. It's absolutely fucking ape stupid by me as usual. Can upgrade these as well now that we're here. Although I don't think we'll need that many stone tablets, really. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to wait for a couple of these modules, but all in all, this looks pretty good. Advanced circuits. Yeah, so we were stuck at 275 before. And now we're making around 600. I mean, 600 is good. Well, that's very nice. This will definitely make sure that all of this here is running. Processing units. We've been not getting that many. 5.9 per minute for a very long time. This is 50 at least. Which means we are maxing that build out completely. Pretty sure we are struggling to get electronic components now, but yeah. We're just gonna have to live with that fact for a bit, I think. Okay, so we did get a physical damage research done. So this is now 14 plus 42 for a whooping 56 damage. Pretty good. Pretty good. I feel like we should be doing well with the walls now, then. Okay, this is actually still filling this up completely. We just need a couple more of those modules, and then we can see how much we're genuinely getting out of that. Can we do anything with electronic components? That's the question. So next step. This is 422. This is 333 and 3 lithium. This is way more annoying, but it more than doubles the yield because we're getting 4 here. So we're getting 4, which means we're getting 150% higher components output by adding lithium and nitric acid, to be fair, which we are making down here, which honestly, it's not super complicated. And lithium isn't super complicated either. This would give us 62 per minute. Wait, that's 3, right? So it would be between plastic and... No, it wouldn't, because the crafting time is absolutely longer. Can we calculate this? Let's take a look. Electronic components. Let's say we want a belt. And we wanted to do this instead. Okay, that's interesting. We can only make that in the advanced chemical plant. But according to this... Yeah, this is the problem. We'd need 200 lithium. Because this here... Well, I can see if I can pull this off. No, I can't. That's unfortunate. So we're saving a little bit of the other resources. We're definitely gaining electronic components, but making 217 lithium... Like, this is 60. This is 60. Like, this whole build is 60. 62.4. So we'd have to probably take a look at lithium again. Which we can only make in that. Not gonna lie. This doesn't seem worth it to me right now. This doesn't seem worth it to me. Like, I think we just have to struggle for electronic components right now. That's the only way forward. We can try and make more of this with this. Even if we can maybe... No, we can't even do that. Yeah, this has definitely helped a bit to reduce the damage we take, but holy crap. These boys are not joking around right now. Around 80 or 85 or 90%, we're gonna get the next tier. We need to be prepped with turret damage at that point. Okay. Is there anything I can do with this build in particular? We don't... Nothing is gonna help in terms of faster inserters or anything. Or faster belt for that matter. The only thing that would actually help is having more processing. Which point this asshole is kinda in the way. This needs components, green circuits and glass. I mean, we could just make that here, for example. But it doesn't look like we have enough plastic to go around here either. We can probably fill that up and make sure that that's always saturated though. Wait, you are not getting enough plastic, are you? No, you're not. That probably does help a little bit. I mean... It's from 560 to what? 600. I mean, it's a help, but it's not that significant, is it? Plastic is mega full, which is great. Although it's consuming a decent amount of coal. Okay. Well, I feel like we have done some decent progress today. We have fixed, or at least improved, all the circuit production that we have. The red circuits should not be as big of an issue as they have been in the past. It's probably gonna take a while before this is resaturated. We have a lot of these, for example. To refill. Which we are working on. They do consume a lot. But yeah, and we did get some very nice research done as well. Improving the defenses. Not sure what I'm gonna be doing next time. I think it's probably time to set up that defense thing for the energy beam. We're cutting it kind of close. It's an hour and 24 minutes. So we're gonna have to somehow go to Dracat, get this sorted. And yeah, that's going to be the goal for next time. If you like this content, consider subscribing to my channel. And as always, have a really nice day. And thank you so much for watching.